today I have the Sarabande by Handel. So this piece comes from a harpsichord suite that he composed between 1703 and 1706, and the suite is called Keyboard Suite in D minor. Now this is the Sarabande. So a Sarabande is a type of dance. It's usually in some kind of 3/time. In this case, we're in 3/2 time. The score and tab is available at my website. It is also part of my membership. So if you become a member of my website, then you get all of my scores and tabs as well as my teaching videos. So you can learn more at my website, so check it out. So first thing is we're in drop D. So you want to get that 6th string down to a D. So we're in 3/2 time. So 3/2 time means that there are 3 beats in the measure, and the beat is the half note. So the way this piece is set up is you have a theme, which is the Sarabande, the first part of it, and then you have 2 variations of that theme. So the chord progression is going to stay the same, but some of the melodic material is going to change a little bit. So it begins with a D minor chord, and you're going to hit these 4 strings. And in the 6th string, and then you have a rest, and then that note, like that. So it goes to an A chord. Now I'm not doing the full A chord because I don't need this finger, but you certainly can do that. So you got this, and then you have this chord right here. This is an F chord. So you've got this, and then rest. Now for that rest, I just lift off the strings, and it stops them. So the other one, I use just like my pinky here to stop the strings. Here, you can just lift up. Then you have this chord. So this is a C chord. Full chord would be that. And then, so very slowly that first line. So then you have this chord here, you're going to go. And you have this chord, which is D minor. And I just take my middle finger and move it up here to get that note. And then middle finger. And then so that second line slowly. And then a lot of what we just did is going to repeat. So you have this D minor chord. And then what I do here is I just strum all 6 strings. And I try and use the flesh of my thumb to give it a darker sound as opposed to the nail. So here is that line. All right, then measure 13, this is where it changes a little bit. So you've got this. So you're gonna go slowly, it's gonna go. So again, pinky. Then you have the F chord. And then we're gonna go to this note right here. And then strum it all. And again, I'm using just the flesh of the thumb there. So again, that line very slowly. All right, so then we start the first variation, and so this one, the chord progression is going to stay the same. It's just the melodic material is going to change. So it begins with a D minor chord, although I don't tend to put that down. I just go, because I want those to be somewhat broken and not just ringing through. So very slowly, that first line is going to go. Then we're going to jump up to here. And then middle finger. And then we're going to go middle finger. Now we're going to go right there, followed by that. So that's kind of a stretch. If you aren't able to make that stretch for the third finger, you can always just do the fourth finger and then go there. But I go like this, that way the pinky is free to drop there. So we go from here. And then your pinky is just going to go up to here. All right, then we're going to repeat a lot of that again and then make changes for the last few measures of that variation. So it's going to go. So this is all a repeat. And this is where it changes a little bit. So I lay a bar, and then pinky, all right, so one thing I forgot to mention for the first part of it is each one of these sections repeat. I personally don't take the repeats, but if you wanted to take the repeats, what I would recommend doing is playing it a little bit differently than you did it the first time. So if a good example of that could be second time playing it Ponticello. So if we started off with, you go like this. To give it a kind of a brighter sound. You could also play it softer. That would be another way of just creating a little bit of difference. That's something that in general I like to do. If I'm going to repeat something, I do want to play it just a little bit differently. Otherwise, it can become predictable. Then we get our second variation. So measure 33. You're going to start off with 1 and 3, and slowly it's going to go. And then 1 and 2. Then we're going to go up to here. And then we go here. All right, measure 37. We have this chord again. And this is kind of, it's hard to keep those notes ringing, but you want to keep them ringing as much as possible. So you have this. And then you're going to go to this. So I lay a bar down. So you have this. So slowly those two measures. right, and then measure 39. Slowly you're going to go. And then here. So if you can, you want to keep this pinky down as you go there. So slowly you're going to go. And then we have this. All right, then we're going to go 1 and 4 this time. So you got. Like that. That's a bit of a stretch. And then. All right, then you get into this chord right here. So you've got. And then the pinky just goes down and I lay a bar. And then we have this chord again. Open. Open. Open again. And you're going to go. You have this. And then you have this D minor chord. So you got this. Now from here, you're just going to go down and back up and then open. This is a harmonic 12th fret on the 4th string. So you've got, and then, so that last line, one more time, very slowly. You're going to go. There it is. There is the Sarabande by Handel. So, hope you enjoyed it. Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.